So now that we've done all of this, let's do the render now, right? So what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to say is if this.state.loading, then return an h1 of loading. Now we could make this all pretty and have like a nice spinner and everything like that, right? But I'll leave that to your imagination, right? For now, we're just going to show a loading indicator, right? If that's not true, then what we're going to do is I'm going to do some destruction here because this is how I prefer to do it, but this is just my preference here. Then I'm going to say const animal, breed, location, description, name equals this.state. Okay? Now that I've pulled all of those out of this.state, I'm going to say return inside of a div an h1 with the name. Oh, I have to have two divs here. Two divs. Div class name equals details. Move that to the end. Oh, right there. I forgot that. Curly brace. Okay. So yeah, make sure you have two divs here. I think I had to do that for styling purposes, so none of you have ever done that before. Just put a random div just so you can style it better? Okay, good. It's just me. All right, inside of that, put an h2, and then I'm going to put these curly braces, and I'm going to do same sort of ritual here. Animal, breed, location. Okay. Under that, we're going to put a button that says adopt name. And then we're going to do p, and then inside of that, we'll put the description. So again, no hooks in here. You have to use this.state and setState. Instead of using like update state or set state or like set location like we do with hooks, right? You have one function that corresponds to one piece of state. You just use this.setState everywhere. So you'll get very familiar with this type of set state. Now I'm trying really hard to refrain from calling this the old way of doing things because I think this is going to be around forever. I think that hooks and classes are around to stay. We have no indication that classes are going to get deprecated. I'm of the personal opinion that this is actually a really great API, and this is still a valid way to write React, and definitely a tool that should be in your toolbox. But I will say that it's definitely easier to start with hooks, right? It's just functions and use state. So let's go see if this works now. This won't work because details1 is not a real place. So let's go click on Fatboy Slim here. And there you go, Fatboy Slim. He's a Rottweiler in Stanwood, Washington. And he's sweet nature and has playful ways. And then we'll make a button here in just a second that you'll actually be able to go to the adoption page if you do want to adopt the animal as well.